So as a coach, I talk a lot about goals and dreams and projects and consistent activities and doing things that move us forward and being really intentional and strategic about making things happen, right? You work on a goal and you come up with a big picture life goal or big picture business goal, and those things can be strategized. And then we work on projects and those things can be strategized, and consistent activities can be strategized. But you know what cannot be strategized, cannot be put into a 5-year plan, are gold star moments. What is a gold star moment? Well, since I made it up, I get to define it. A gold star moment is when you have these kind of wonderful byproducts of your goals and dreams. They're kind of like signs that you're on the right track, and not signs in a woo-woo way. A simple example is if you are an actor, all right, an actor who's been pounding the pavement for 10 years, just suffering all kinds of rejection left and right. But eventually you finally get a role or two that get you somewhere. Maybe you're not the leading guy or the leading man yet, but you're getting those first few roles, and you're at the grocery store and somebody recognizes you. That moment where you're recognized is a gold star moment. You can't really strategize, I want to be recognized at the grocery store by April 2019. Like, that's not a thing. You can't put it in Asana. But a gold star moment really kind of punctuates your goals and punctuates your life in these moments that become really tangible, specific memories that just feel amazing. In 2018, I myself have experienced a few gold star moments that I wanted, but a couple of them I didn't even know I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't things that I was like, oh my gosh, it'd be so cool when I achieve this level of success that I'm going to have this kind of an experience. Some of those things are absolutely true and some are not. So I wanted to bring up this concept about being ready for these gold star moments and kind of being as intentional as we can about wanting what they are, because knowing what these gold star moments will be will allow you to really recognize them, but also make you think about, am I behaving in a way? Am I showing up in a way? Am I pushing myself in a way that's going to lead to these kinds of gold star moments? Or am I sitting around on my laurels? I'm going to share with you first, and it feels a little braggadocious, but I'm going to get over it, a few of the gold star moments I have experienced this year that have just been incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's really, really special to me. And these are kind of, like I said, they're just these little signs that I'm making an impact beyond my control. I think that's what it is. Ooh, see, if I just keep talking, I'll come up with the definition. They're signs that you're making an impact that are by things that happen that are beyond your control. So here's a few. So one was when I spoke in June. I spoke at a conference called Entrepreneur Summit. It was in Dallas, and it was a pretty big deal for me because it was the first time that I really had the opportunity to talk about Hilda on a big stage that is completely filled with entrepreneurs, right? My target market, my topic, first thing of the day, it was amazing. And I feel like I hit it out of the park. I felt really good about it. But the gold star moment, there were several. The gold star moments that happened after that were, one, somebody rushed up to the front of the stage to talk to me immediately after I was done talking that I didn't know before, to tell me how great it was. It was such an amazing kind of rush to have somebody say, oh my God, I was crying back there and here's what's going on for me. That was really special to me. The next thing is when I got back to my room and stopped shaking, I had a social media post of somebody holding up a sign, which was actually like one of the cards I had on the tables, talking about how great this one is and tagging me on social media. So it was such a delightful thing. I can't ask people to please take my paraphernalia and take a picture of you telling me. I didn't orchestrate that, right? It just happened. And that was a pretty amazing, magical moment right there. So there were these moments there that I wasn't quite expecting. Later on this year at Brilliance and Badassery, the 5 of us who co-hosted and co-created that event, we got a standing ovation after day 2. A standing ovation is definitely something, it's one of those gold star moments I think a lot of people are looking for. So other gold star moments is the one I had last week. So as you probably know, I have applied to South by Southwest to speak there a few times, and I've been rejected consistently, understandably. I'm not this known entity. I'm not this big influencer yet. I hate the word influencer, by the way, but that's another video. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, however, after receiving the kind of predictable rejection at the beginning after the panel picker process that they have every year. This spring, I got an email last week that said, oh, just kidding, we do want you, but we want you for this. And it was really exciting to be surprised by something that I had already kind of lowered the bar of expectation because I had experienced kind of the setback of them saying thanks, but no thanks so many times. And then yesterday I was emailing back and forth with a woman who is, she's the person in charge of inviting me and getting me set up. And she was just so amazing because she was like, oh, I've been following you for a while. I was like, who, me? You know me? It was really exciting. So that moment happened today. I signed the contract for speaking at South by Southwest. That felt like a gold star moment too, because again, I've been wanting this for so long. I've been wanting it longer than I've been applying. And then there was a series of rejections and now I'm signing this thing and she's excited to work with me. And that's kind of an amazing gold star moment. It's again, these things that you can't really strategize and you can't really, you're not always ready for those things, right? But they definitely happen. Another gold star moment that happened for me was achieving, I think this one is one you can strategize, but I think we all love it. When you achieve your best month ever financially. I've been in business 12 years, 4 months now. And this September, exactly at the 12-year mark, was my best month financially yet. And that was a really exciting milestone to hit. So that's really cool. These are the things that are super huge. So what I want to ask for you is, what are those gold star moments that you're really shooting for? Like one of them that I'm not strategizing for, but I am pretty shocked by, is that one of my clients, and you probably know who if you are one of my clients, but one of my clients shared with me last month that she wants to come to Chicago next summer when I'm going to be in Chicago for a month. And we're going to go to a tattoo parlor. I have no tattoos. I'm not getting any tattoos. But she wants to get a tattoo of Hilda on her ankle because, Hilda's her Achilles heel. That is a gold star that actually was strangely lodged into my head when I first started my business. I remember when I first started my business, my father, which I talk about my dad from time to time. So my late father was, have you ever seen a Harley Davidson t-shirt that has like a guy on a motorcycle? My dad is the guy on that motorcycle wearing that t-shirt. That was my dad. Steel worker, Vietnam vet, Harley guy, hardcore guy. And his whole thing was, you'll know you've made it in business when somebody tattoos your logo on their body. That might actually happen. What a gold star moment that'll be. And believe me, there will be lots of live streaming if that happens. She has promised it's going to happen. It blows my mind. I can't even handle it. But how cool is that? So these are the kinds of things that are those intangible, special moments that are just these little signs and signatures of success, and not for anybody but for you. Right? I suppose they could be for other people, but it's not really an I shouldn't Hilda-ism of like, look at me, I'm so special. But more, dude, I'm making it. Things are happening. Here's another sign. Now, obviously, one of our favorite signs are testimonials you haven't asked for. Moments when your clients speak up and say, oh my God, this is how this is changing my life. This is how this is making a difference. This is what I've learned from this person. This is so invaluable. And I am extraordinarily lucky that I'm surrounded by that all the time. So are you showing up in a way that is inviting that is inviting people to share that with you? Whether or not they share it publicly, but share it with you. What are the gold star moments that you definitely want? One of the things, I've shared this with you guys recently, is the Unstuck and Unstoppable Facilitator Training Program is now up and running. And I'm working on the full-blown launch where I'll tell the whole world about it. But, it's just for our inner circle right now. I mean, anybody could buy it, but I'm not promoting it hardcore or anything yet. But one of the gold star moments in the future that would be so cool to me is if in the future I join a group, or I go to a meetup, or I go to some sort of event, and on the agenda is an Unstuck and Unstoppable that I get to just participate in. How amazing would that be? So knowing what these kind of cool, intangible things that I can't strategize, I can't write a plan for, but these kind of magical moments that I hope I get to experience it someday, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm looking forward to. And I want to know what yours are. I really want to challenge you to think about this. I think far too often we are measuring our success with how much money we're making, how many followers we have, or other freaking numbers. This is a qualitative way not just to measure success, but to experience it, to enjoy it, to savor it, to taste it, to see how delicious it is. What are your gold star moments that you're looking forward to? What are the moments that you just can't wait to hear? And what kind of impact will that mean? What kind of success will that mean for you? I want to hear it. So post it in the comments or let me know personally, and go take the quiz at stopyourinnercritic.com.